Earlier, I spoke to our Beijing correspondent Charles Pellegrin, who detailed China's reactions to that report.
The reaction initially was the usual reaction we hear from China. We've been hearing from China faced with these accusations from the U.S. That of politicizing the subject matter and that of it being a distraction from America's own mishandling of the COVID crisis. But it seems to have gone a little bit further this time around, with the Chinese representative to the UN in Geneva sending a letter to the head of the World Health Organization demanding an investigation into 2 American labs that the Chinese think that the virus could have escaped from. That's the lab of Fort Detrick and that of the University of North Carolina. And since the beginning of this pandemic, and since the first accusations launched at China by Donald Trump about a possible lab leak, China's been seeking to put the ball back into the United States camp. And this by sowing doubt on these labs of Fort Detrick and that of University of North Carolina, but also talking about American soldiers who came to Wuhan for the World Military Games in the fall of 2019. So this theory seems to be a completely reactive theory, and actually some of the figures here of the Chinese government within the Ministry of Foreign Affairs don't seem to be hiding that. In a presser on Wednesday with international media, Fu Cong actually explained that faced with these accusations, Washington shouldn't be surprised that China would counterattack. And there's an inherent contradiction in this Chinese theory as well, that's been pointed out by Michael Ryan of the World Health Organization, that until this point, China had always said that the lab leak theory was extremely unlikely, but this seems to be changing when it comes to labs in the United States of America.